Father beats daughter to death over homework. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like and the sub button. Let's talk about it. Now, this situation really bothers me. Obviously, it should bother me. It should bother anyone. But mostly for the fact that most of us as fathers, we don't get the opportunity to get full custody of our children. And I'm always the person that says that when you look at when the father actually has full custody of his children, look how successful they turn out. And this just goes exactly against what I normally say. So now I just feel stupid. But as men, we are supposed to be the logical thinkers. We're supposed to be the thinkers, period. And reacting off of strictly emotion is forbidden. Now, it's a difference between disciplining your child and abuse. And I always say this, whenever you have to quote unquote spank your child, it should be during a calm state. You never do it while you're angry, because you end up doing more than what you're supposed to, and you end up doing it for the wrong reasons. And then the fact that you feel you need to discipline your child in that way because she didn't want to do her homework or didn't do her homework. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure a majority of us, many of us as black people, black men and women, we probably got our ass beat pretty much on a regular basis. But a lot of people say that that's the way you prevent your child from, I guess, being a bad person. But if you really think about it, you look at a majority of black people that's in prison, men or women, they normally got their asses beat on a regular basis. And what happens when you do this is that all the child does is learn how to adapt to it. Meaning that if they know that they're going to get a beating for every little reason, what'll happen is the child just won't tell you anything. They'll learn how to get around certain things without you knowing. And obviously that isn't the best way to raise a child. Before I keep rambling, let's go ahead and check. Let me go ahead and read this small snippet from an article that I came across, and then let's talk about it. A New Mexico father was arrested on Friday and charged with child abuse after allegedly beating his 5-year-old daughter to death as a result of a dispute over homework. According to a criminal complaint obtained by Yahoo Lifestyle, Brandon Reynolds, 36, told police that he had been helping his daughter with her schoolwork on Thursday evening when she expressed that she didn't want to do it. He said that he became enraged and, quote, "That's when the discipline kicked in," end quote. The police report says that the father began spanking his child with a shoe and that he ended up, quote, blacking out. Reynolds eventually called 911 at around 1 a.m. on Friday and claimed that his daughter had gone into cardiac arrest. Police explained during a press conference on Friday afternoon that first responders decided to alert police officers after determining that the situation had been criminal. The complaint states that officers noticed blood stains on the living room floor, wall, and carpet upon arrival. Medics performed CPR on the 5-year-old girl before transporting her to the University of New Mexico Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. There, hospital staff and officers noted that the bruises that covered the little girl's side and back, and decided to bring Reynolds into custody. Albuquerque police and the Crimes Against Children unit conducted an investigation and interviewed Reynolds, where he confessed. Now, the father remains in custody at the Bernalillo Detention Center. The child's mother, Chantel DeBose, didn't immediately respond to Yahoo Lifestyle's request for comment. However, a GoFundMe that she set up reveals that DeBose lives in California, where the little girl recently spent time with her. DeBose is currently trying to raise funds to go out to New Mexico and provide her daughter with a proper burial. All right, let's talk about it. Obviously, this is sad. It's disgusting. And I believe as men, it sets us back. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just reemphasize the fact that as men, out of the both sexes, we should be able to be the ones that's able to practice restraint. We should also be the ones that are able to be patient, practice being able to show that we're patient. And obviously, this dude didn't have the ability to do any one of those things. But it also makes me think, does this have something to do with a majority of black men not having fathers in their lives? Now, I'm not going to make an excuse for that, because after a while, you should be able to decipher between right or wrong, regardless of how you grew up, because you know the repercussions behind certain things. But to be able to get this emotional over something so small, knowing that your child is autistic, so you know over everything you have to be patient on a daily basis. Every minute, every hour, every second, you got to be patient, because this child obviously has no idea what is actually going on with her. So as the parent, as the adult, you should be able to keep calm. Now, I can say this: as black people, we got our asses whooped over every little thing. And I used to get my ass whooped over practicing spelling words, not being able to comprehend as quick as my parents or my mother wanted me to. So what came behind that? Ass whoopings. And guess what? It didn't help me learn any faster, any better. It didn't help anything. So whooping ass isn't necessarily the answer to every single issue. It's a tool that, yes, it needs to be used, but not all the fucking time. Sometimes your words and your actions, when I say actions, I mean like as far as taking things away, those actions have more power behind them. And we look at white folks when they talk about things like timeout and all other kind of stuff. We look at that as being weak. But which one of us has a high percentage of their population in jail? We do. So sometimes maybe we need to take a few ideas from the blueprint that they show us and try to put them to some use, because it may help out. Now again, I still believe that a majority of fathers that get the opportunity to have full custody of their children have a better opportunity of being successful in life. And when I say successful, it's not necessarily being rich and famous, but it's not going to jail, being a contributor to your community. I still stand on that. But you do have a lot of guys that's like this, that's weak, that don't know how to handle the pressure. And when you have somebody like this, it's sad that your child have to deal with the repercussions of you not being able to deal with the pressure. That's all I got to say about this. Again, make sure you hit the like and the sub button. If you found the video informal, make sure you share it and all the other good shit. 50 BM, Devil's Advocate. Till next time, I'm out.